Hey, what's going on, everybody? We are headed to Las Vegas. It is cold here. It sounds like a vacation. It's not really a vacation. I am going to walk you through the steps today of how I got a $54,000 car for $200 a month. So it's a lease. There's a few tricks, and I'm going to show you. So we're headed to Vegas, waiting on Uber right now. Stay tuned. I'll walk you through it. Okay, so Bruce is here to protect my house, and I've got a backpack on, and he's gonna protect Gunner. And
like make it whistle or cry.
Gunner, sit.
Like when I
Captain Uber will be here shortly. Let's see. Sounds like I can hear him arriving soon. My good friend Zach. Better make sure it's truly a black Hyundai. I don't. Oh, you guys just saw my password.
Hey, what's Zach driving?
Zach's driving a Hyundai Elantra. Yeah, typically I don't trust anybody in anything made in Korea, but you know, for tonight we're gonna.
My rental car in Phoenix.
Yeah, it looks like a race car. Oh, Zach's here, so we gotta go. See ya. Probably not the most exciting thing, but here's the airport. Gotta figure out what our flight number is because it doesn't say. When you buy cheap tickets, you get treated like you bought a cheap ticket. Oh well. So here we are, departures. It's one of these. Maybe. 2087 G2 would be my guess based on what we're looking at here. If I disappear, you know which flight I was on. We are here in line for Tacos El Gordo, and we're gonna have to find out if it's good or not because we're standing in long lines. So everybody else says it's good. We'll see. Work for 4 tacos. Alright, so now that the chaos is over, this place is not. Hey, what's up? It is Saturday morning, and this is like the weirdest hotel ever for Vegas because there's just a lot of reasons, okay? Read the Google reviews, they'll probably say what I'm thinking. So here we go, we're gonna go find some breakfast. I'm gonna find some medicine, and we're gonna survive. Huh, Nikki? Yep. Yeah, it is. See if it'll make some noise for us or not. Nice little Aventador. Here goes. It's our driver. What was your name? Aaron. Aaron? Yeah. It's our driver, Aaron. The best Uber I've had all day. We moved from Hyundais to an X1. But an X1 still isn't bad. It's not my favorite car, but they're alright. Alright, so here we are, and guess what kind of car we got? It's a BMW, so get in here, check out my new M8. No, it's not. Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Good. I'm just looking for Rami.
Rami? Okay, for you. I3?
Yeah, thank you. So this is Borna? This is our car. never seen it before. It's actually a pretty cool color. It's all carbon fiber. I didn't realize it was metallic.
What, the paint?
The Melbourne, yeah. It's because what they use on they used to put it on 335s. I think actually that's what they used on like E90 M3s was Melbourne red. I think.
I'm not, to be honest with you, the E90 M3s, I'm not even sure if they even came with metallic red, but...
Yeah, my friend had one.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I think I might have a custom.
Maybe. I had a mint green one.
Yep.
Yeah. It was the only one. And just like that, I'm back in one of these horrible cars. But I'm going to walk you through how you can get a horrible car too for a good price. Okay, so let's just pause for a second. I want to go through the details of the lease. I used to be a finance manager, and it's been a while. It's been a few years since I did that. So what I want to do is just kind of go through my lease, how it worked, explain it to you, and we're just pausing the video. So I'm going to go through the numbers. The numbers are slightly off. There's a few things that I don't remember how to calculate, and some of it comes down to just computers and me being bad at math. So I'm going to give you kind of an idea of how this works. I will say, as we're getting into this, a lot of people tell you that leasing is a bad idea. I will do a whole video on why it's not always a bad idea. It can be a bad idea. Every situation is different, and I will say never say never. Just like I would say never to buying a new car. Sometimes buying a new car is a good idea. Sometimes leasing is a good idea. It all comes down to the math. There's a lot more to it than what I'm going to put in the video, but let's walk through this portion of this video. I'm going to show you how I got this deal. Okay, so when you're calculating this, the first thing you have to look at is the MSRP. On a lease, the MSRP is a big part of it, and so is the residual value. So these cars, for example, depreciate at about 64% on a 10,000 mile, 24-month deal. So that means that you take the 54,000 and you're going to multiply that by 0.64, and you find out that after 2 years of use and roughly 10,000 miles per year, the car is worth $34,588, a difference of $19,456. Then you need to add in all the fees, tax, title, licensing, etc. So in this case, tax for me is $3,451.53, and the dock fee $549, which that changes in a lot of places. That dock fee in Oregon, for example, was $125. I don't know what this $8 fee is. I never asked him. I never cared. It wasn't that big of a deal. I was more worried about my payment. So you're going to take the depreciation, add it to what those fees are, and now we know that we have $23,554.98 that's going to be divided into payments. But before we do that, we're going to take off the discount. So I got them to discount at $6,995. I had a loyalty, BMW loyalty for my 235, and a $7,500 EV credit. So take the depreciation and taxes and all of that, and you're going to pull off that from the other number. So I've got $6,059.98 that needs to be paid out over 2 years. I put $1,000 down, and that got me to $5,059.98. You divide that over 24 months, and it's about a $210.83 payment. Okay, so just pause it here for a second, look through the numbers. Remember, not every dealer is going to give you these discounts. The best thing you can do is ask them if they have cars in the loaner fleet. They typically have around $7,000 on BMWs in the loaner fleet, so you can jump in there, ask them, and don't be demanding. They don't have to give you a deal. Every dealer's situation is different. You need to be polite. Just ask them if they'll work with you on the numbers. They may say no, they may say yes, but this is how I got to it. Then add the money factor. The money factor is actually going to be, it comes down there. I think that they advertise at like 1 or 0.00168. Their base fee on money factor, I think right now is 0.00128. And if you pay multiple security deposits, which is money that you put down so that they'll drop the payment down. It's basically a security deposit that allows them to
in case you miss payments or whatever. They'll drop your money factor down as well. So the interest on this, when I put the security deposits down, the money factor is 0.00093. And I think my interest covers kind of the difference. My payment's $222 per month with $1,000 down, $1,750 in security deposits that are coming back to me. I know there's a lot more to this and how it all works, but you need to just work with the dealership and see what they're willing to do for you. Don't be pushy. Explain to them where you're trying to get. Don't play games. If you have a trade, bring it up at the start. Be polite. Don't be a jerk. Don't waste the dealer's time. I'm as much an advocate of the dealership as I am of the client, so I think that you need to do it that way. If you have specific questions on leasing, get a hold of me after the video, and I'd be happy to answer those.
All right, so we're all done. All right, thank you.
All right, you're welcome, brother.
Appreciate it. Right there. There, we found it. Ah, yes, mateys. I found it. The Mark Drew. And we got the D-face here. And my sweet license plate, they forgot to put one of the things in. I'm gonna take a couple pictures here, but this is a cool spot. This is sick, huh? Look them up. So much cool stuff over here. Like every single one of these is a masterpiece, and I'm glad that they're shared with us all. Strategically parked in the puke. But we found this one. And I think now that we've found these, we are gonna go. I'm gonna see if the last one's close to here or not. But this is also a D-face. And here we go. So here we are. It was supposed to be 147 miles, got us 97 miles. Well, 98, let's say. So 146. So here we are, 146 miles on this. Was supposed to get us, only got us 98. So I'll have to do the math later. And now we are, I believe, running on the gasoline. But I haven't felt the power change yet, so we might still be going on electricity while we wait for that power change. For an adventure, Kramer. Of course, we get to the best part of this drive just in time so that we can be driving with the motorcycle engine. All right, so Nikki's stress level is super high right now. It's all part of the adventure, man. Like, luckily, we found a DC fast charger, so this should theoretically charge this thing in like, I don't know, 30-40 minutes. I need to set up my thing though, because right now I am not running. I don't have my ChargePoint account set up, so I gotta set that up, and then we're gonna get the little killer tomato going again. Okay, it looks like we've got it going. I think we're charging. There used to be, I don't know. I'm not messing with anything right now. I'm just gonna go out. I'm gonna eat. This is how I had to park, so that we could charge it. There's Nikki. Usually these fast chargers are like so short, so this is the only option I had. 234. Well, I'm not too worried about that. That's worth it. So we made it to Maverick. That's Nikki. This is her when she's slightly less stressed out and angry. So we're gonna walk over to the diner. Only in Utah will somebody park a four-wheeler in a parking spot like that. Hey look, the car's still here. And it says we're all charged, so guess it's time to unplug and get out of here. They don't tell you when you're buying one of these extended range extender i3s is they tell you no problem driving in extended periods, just put gas in it. Well, I'm currently going 49 in an 80, and I'm grateful to be going 49 because I've been going slower. And I'm praying right now, I think we're going downhill, so there you have it. At least we're alive and warm. Alright, well, after all of that suffering, I made it. 150 miles exactly between stops, and with 6 miles of range, most of it was uphill. I feel like that episode of Seinfeld, where Kramer just wants to see how far below we can go. Alright, so I've got to kill another hour while we wait for this thing. Typically a Vegas trip's like 5 hours of driving, maybe, with everything. Doing it this way, it's like 8.5 or more. So it's kind of been a pain doing it this way. Now watch. Oh, look, that's all he's got for us, so that's it. All right, they're home. I'm home. It's time to plug it in, go to bed, be done. A 5-hour Vegas trip just took me like 9 hours with all the charging and stuff, so that was fun. And just like that, Eeyore and the ugly ladybug. Home and charging. Looks pretty good.